That's my dance. What? Have a Google Hangouts. Let me just send a message. Yeet, yeet. Yeet, yeet, yeet. You guys technically don't even belong here. So you go over here for now. And your feet do too. Good feet. Good job, feet. Be in the place you're supposed to be. Good. We've solved the mystery. Alright. I can't fucking see with these on. Future Funk! Oh, Moby. Howdy, partner. What? What roll is what? What's a roll? Roll is a contextual thing, and as roles are applied here on Twitter, or I'm sorry, not Twitter, Twitch, I would be the streamer. I would be the broadcaster. That would be my role. My friend, these are clothes I wear around town. I just went out and ran all my errands looking just like this. Good day. Good day, sir. I do have magic skills. What's up? What's happening? That's the extent of my magic. What's wrong with you? You do realize this is an entertainment platform, right? My job is to be entertaining. Thank you. See, that's what I'm going for. That's what I'm going for. If I made you so much as smile or laugh or chuckle, then I done it. I did it. I did it, Mom. Mom, I did it. I made someone on the internet kind of happy. I really do kind of dress like this around town. I mean, not like as extreme. I would wear this out. I'd wear this out to the bar at night. This is how I would go out to the Wednesday night goth party. How you doing, ladies? Dude, one day I hope to be able to be like, beep whoop. I could probably, if you gave me a little bit of time to set up, make a mouse appear out of my hat. I could maybe make a mouse appear. But it would be rough. It would be rough. I'm not up to a rabbit. Not at all. And thank you, Pyro P. My name is not Captain Jack, but I understand the affiliation, because anybody with a mustache and a goatee and long hair and eyeliner is automatically Captain Jack Sparrow. So I get it. I get it. It's not the first time that someone's been like, you're like that Captain Jack guy, like the pirate guy, the savvy guy, you know him. That's usually how it goes. And I'm like, yeah, I've heard of him. There's like 8 movies. I know. Thank you. The only one I guess you can see is this guy. I've got more, but they're covered. I've got a bunch on here. I've got Mom here. She's pretty cool. I think I could show you Mom. Hold on, check out Mom. That's my mom. Hi, Mom. Yeah, see? Is that really my mom? Yes. My mother was a penthouse pet. My mother was in nudie magazines for the first 25 years of my life. So when I finally decided to get a tattoo of my mother, I took an illustration that my dad had made in with me, and that was the illustration my dad made. It was based off of her penthouse layout. She's sitting backwards on a chair with her booty hanging out. And my dad drew it in the style of Patrick Nagel. My father's dead now, or my dad is dead now. Not shit, dude. Not shit. You think they teach strippers how to manage their money? Ha! When I was a kid, when I was a little tiny kid, I used to have like Nike warm-up suits, and like I had this little necklace that had diamonds on it and shit when I was in 5th grade. Okay? I had diamond earrings. What? Why did I have these things? Invest that money, you stupid bitch. So no, she's broke as shit. But when she quit dancing, she started a canine rescue, a dog rescue, and she and I built that up together. I was the assistant director, and we built that up. We've saved 400 dogs now in 5. No, we were doing it for more than 5 years, but it's only been 5 years that we had our own facility. So I was a dog trainer for about 8 years. And so that's what she does now. She rescues dogs. And she doesn't make shit doing it because, like, all her extra money just goes into helping more dogs, which is cool, I guess, but, you know, she's going to be poor again one day. Yeah, that can happen in some countries. Dogs that are never around humans, they can become feral and then get really aggressive about food. I'm from USA, obviously, if you couldn't tell by my accent. I'm from Arizona, which is a desert, and it's actually where all the cowboys come from. Howdy, partner. How y'all doing? Today I'm dressed up as a man who goes by the name Wild Bill Hickok. Now, if you know anything about Wild Bill Hickok, you might know that he was shot dead while playing a game of poker. The poker hand that he had is now known as the dead man's hand. It's not a great hand to begin with, but it does possess 2 pair, which is something when it comes to poker. So he was not bluffing when he held his hand strong. But the man at the other end of the table called that bluff not with cards, but with a bullet, straight to Wild Bill's back. Yeah, what's up? Kitty! Why are none of my regular viewers here? This is weird. Shh. Good. Yeah, look at that. I have 2 goals generally. Entertain people and don't be a dick. Don't be a dick comes second, because entertaining people, sometimes you got to be a dick to be entertaining. So rule number 2 is don't be a dick. Aghanon. So that's actually a complicated question. The short answer is no. That is not true. However, if someone from the north is very, very pale, and they spend a lot of time in the sun, you can get what's called melanoma, which is a form of skin cancer in the sun. Now, usually melanoma can be cut off. They just cut it off. It looks like a mole, just like I've got that little mole right there. I've had that my whole life, but you can end up growing them on your skin because you spent too much time in the sun, and they actually look like big patches. So they'll just cut it right off, and usually you're absolutely fine. Now, this really only happens to people who spend a lot of time in the sun. And if you spend a lot of time in the sun, your skin adapts and you get a tan, and it makes it less likely to happen. So the more time you spend in the sun, the less likely this is to happen, the more likely this is to happen. So if someone who's never spent time in the sun all of a sudden just like went and did a year of backbreaking labor outside with no shirt on, they could maybe get melanoma, yeah. It'd be possible. I mean, I can go out all day long and I'm just going to get a sunburn, you know. But if I keep doing it over and over and over and over and over, eventually, yeah, I could get melanoma. But like I said, the short answer is no. This has never ever happened to anyone I know. I'm saying it's possible, but it has never happened. That's just some poo you got when you wiped wrong. Oh! Like on the inside or on the outside? You could have a mole. I smoked cigarettes for 7 years. Switching to vaping was a big change. You know what else we're gonna do? You know what else we're gonna do? We're gonna do something fun. We're gonna show off my legal abilities here. Aegis solos? I don't know what those are. Aegis, as far as I know, is like something that protects, I thought. Like, I don't exactly know what an Aegis solo is. Oh, it's a mod. Never mind. I don't know what mine goes up to. It might be 100, it might be 120, but I never push past 80. I usually keep it at like 80, at like exactly 80. But this is a Voopoo that I put a custom, I made this little custom thing for it. It's Gundams. It's Gundam building instructions. If you've ever seen model Gundams. So I made that little exterior for the battery cover. Where's my lighter? By the way, I encourage you to join the Discord. We have a lot of fun there. I always let people know when I'm going online. I'm also contractually obligated to ask you to subscribe. Hey, do you have Amazon Prime? Did you know that having Amazon Prime gives you 1 free sub point every month that you can use on your favorite upcoming streamer? Why don't you choose a streamer who needs the help, who needs the equipment, and who can really use the support? Use your sub points today on your favorite new up-and-coming streamer, just like Mr.Bones! I'm contractually obligated to do that. It's a drag? I don't know what that means. So the thing about vaporizers and death is that we had more people die from lightning strikes last year than vaporizers. Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah, it is the Voopoo drag. Yeah, we had more deaths last year in America from lightning strike than we did from vaporizers. But the media is being paid to sensationalize it because Big Tobacco does not like people switching. That was THC cartridges, which is different. And that's just some black market shit. The feds need to decriminalize marijuana, and then you won't have the black market anymore and people doing that shit. I get my shit from a dispensary, so I know for a fact it's never gonna kill me. Though I have gotten the black market vape things. They're cheap and they're good. Bam, lightning! No more lightning in America! How are your errands, Beard? I went and ran errands too. By errands, I mean I got more weed! Where are you from, Agon? Or Aganon? Aganoga? Aganoga? And Pyro never said where they lived either. Eastern European, from some East, Just, some rando Eastern European country. Not Ukraine. It's one of the other ones. I do not know shit about the Netherlands. I don't know anything about the Netherlands, Sweden, Norway, Holland. My knowledge of that is so little. First of all, I'm not good at history. I don't know a lot of history. Oh, lucky duck. Ours is... Okay. Listen to this bullshit. So, marijuana in America is federally illegal. Okay? And that means the country has a law against it. But individual states within America are allowed to set contrary laws to that. So my state has said it is legal as long as you have a card. Okay? You follow so far? But the country says it's illegal. The state says it's legal as long as you have a card. So, when I go to a doctor, which I do all the time, for pain, because I always have pain, because my bones are stupid, and I go, hey, I hurt. Can I have something for that pain? They say, no. Because marijuana has not been tested by the FDA to find out what side effects it has when you use it with other medications. It can't be tested by the FDA because it's federally illegal. So the FDA cannot test it with other drugs, which means that they cannot prescribe any other controlled substances to you if you have a marijuana card. It is the dumbest fucking shit in the world. So this year, I just lied and said, nope, I don't have a weed card. I never touch the stuff. And I'm hoping that my doctors believe me and are cool. Otherwise, I'm going to have to get fake pee or something. Yeah, and you know what? Like, for example, Colorado. So Arizona, it's legal as long as you have a card. Colorado, it's legal as long as you're over 18, right? Just like you. Except what I just talked about still applies. So if you go to a doctor and say, I need pain medication, they'll go, okay, take this drug test. Are you a pot smoker? Sorry, we don't know how pot and these drugs interact because the FDA won't test it because it's federally criminalized. Can't give you these meds, even though it's totally legal for you to go buy weed. It just completely restricts the medications you're then allowed to get. Who gets weed cards? People who are fucking chronically ill. People who need medication get weed cards. And then you say, oh, the thing that made it so that you needed the weed card in the first place, we can no longer treat you for that because you got a weed card. Fuck you people. Fuck you people. Fuck the American healthcare system. They can suck my fucking dick. Well, as far as I understand, CBD is not effective if there is no THC to activate it. Like, it requires THC in order to be active. Otherwise, it's just inert and you just poop it out. So that's why when you go to a dispensary or whatever, if you get a CBD patch, it'll be like 100 to 1. Meaning for every 100 milligrams of CBD, there's 1 milligram of THC. That way, it activates all that CBD. And in fact, the CBD is more active the more THC you have. So the best thing you could possibly get if you're in pain is 50-50. Is a 50-50 blend because it's going to perfectly activate all the CBD and you're going to be groovy. They sell it. Weed test is legal in the state, but I fail a drug test. Can this fact ruin my social life in the legal state? So I applied for Chase Bank. I believe they are international. You may know who they are, but it's a bank. It's a banking company. They said, you need to take a drug test. I said, I have a medical marijuana card. Is this going to be a conflict? They sent that up the corporate ladder, and I finally got a phone call back that said, because we are a company that does business all over the country, we have to adhere to the laws, to the federal laws, which means that we can deny you employment for smoking marijuana. However, later on, I got a job at a company called Assurion, and what they do is tech support for T-Mobile and other companies like that. So like you call T-Mobile or you call Verizon because you need help with your cell phone, you don't actually talk to anyone at T-Mobile or Verizon. You talk to a company like Assurion that says, hello and thank you for calling T-Mobile. I'm not T-Mobile. I'm Assurion. T-Mobile does not pay my paycheck. T-Mobile pays Assurion. Assurion pays my paycheck. Not the point. Went to work for them, said, I have a medical marijuana card. They said, cool, that's great. Present that to the people who do your drug test. Okay. I went, I peed in a cup, I handed them my card. They made a copy of it. They sent my pee to the lab. Someone called me. They were like, we need to verify your medical marijuana card. Can you reread the serial number on it? I was like, yeah, sure. Boop, 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 boop. They're like, okay, got a call back from Assurion. You're hired. So, some companies, yes. Some companies, no. If you are in Colorado and you eat a shit ton of edibles, okay? Like you just eat brownie after brownie after brownie filled with pot, right? Then you get in your car and you drive over another state line to where it's not legal. And you get pulled over. Not only will you get driving under the influence of marijuana, but you will get possession of marijuana because your body possessed it. It was legal to eat it where you were, but your stomach transported the drug over state lines, and that's not legal. What? What the actual fuck? Yeah. It's really, really dumb. I learned that because I got pulled over for nothing. I made a U-turn. I was driving and I made a U-turn. Someone was driving toward me. I U-turned and now we're both going the same way. That someone was a police officer on a motorcycle. He rides up next to my vehicle and he looks at me. As he's riding up, I look over. Oh, look at that police car or police motorcycle. Then he looks directly at me and I go, shit. Better keep my hands at 10 and 2 and be doing the fucking speed limit. He then drops behind me, whoop, whoop, pulls me over. You know why I pulled you over? No, I don't. Well, it was pretty interesting. Who does a U-turn and cuts a cop off? And then when I pulled up next to you and gave you a look, you snapped away looking pretty suspicious there. You had any drugs or alcohol this evening? Whoa, buddy. First of all, I was scared because you're a cop and you have the power to fucking kill me legally. So being afraid of a cop is totally fucking normal. So the fact that you pulled me over for looking afraid is bullshit. And he's like, why don't you step out of the vehicle? He made me close my eyes, count to 30. He made me walk a straight line. He made me do everything. And he goes, have you had any marijuana today? You seem like you might be a little high. I'm like, I had a brownie in Alaska 6 days ago. So I could possibly pee with marijuana in my system, but I am not high. And he's like, well, you know, that's still illegal, actually. Really? He then explained to me what I explained to you. That if you transport it in your blood or your stomach, you're still transporting it over state lines. He decided to let me go. Why don't you, I'm just going to let you off with a warning, man, but remember in the future, you don't need to be so afraid of cops. Really? Why don't you leave the gun in the car when you come talk to me then? If I don't need to be afraid of anything. Fuck you. Fuck you. ACAB. ACAB. All cops are bad. I'm so fucking happy that is entering the social zeitgeist. Beard, where did you first hear ACAB? Gwyneth Paltrowsers. Welcome back, sweetheart. How you doing? I'm a future Wild Bill Hickok. You ready to see? This is who I'm pretending to be today. What do you think? That's my best. This is my best imitation. You know what's funny, Aganonga, is I can tell you a lot of stories that are just like that. Of cops being fucking assholes towards me. And I'm a white, straight male. I am treated better by cops than anyone else in this country. The fact that when a cop pulls up next to me and I look at him and I go, "How are you doing today, sir?" immediately makes him treat me different. If you didn't know that I'm a white male, you do now. I'm a white, straight, cis male. Look, I'm allowed to talk about some things, but when I talk about police brutality, just know that it's way worse for other people than it is for me. My stories are goofy anecdotes. Cis means that I was born a man, and I still identify as a man. If I said I am a trans man, it means that I was born a woman and now I'm a man. So when people say I am a trans blank, that means that they identify now as whatever they say they are. I'm a trans woman, means please call me a woman. I'm a trans man, means I identify with and I want to be a man. But it means that I was the opposite when I was born. So I was born a male, I still identify as a male. So if a cop pulls up, even though, okay, so actually this puts me into what's called being androgynous. Okay? Yeah. Police are more polite to white people and more polite to men. Now, when we start to get into the cis-trans argument of it, they are also more polite to people who are the gender that they were born. Thanks, Richie. I appreciate it. Police are better to people who are the gender that they were born as. The fact that I do not display masculinity, that I'm a man, but I choose to defy my masculinity by feminine trappings, actually makes other men angry
at me. And the theory about why is that toxic masculinity is really shitty. And it makes men think they have to be really, really strong. They have to keep all their emotions inside. They have to, like all these things that you think about when you think, arr, arr. Maybe I'll do a pirate costume someday. That could be fun. So when a man sees me, they see someone who is not playing the game. They have to go through all this effort and energy to be considered a strong man. Look at this fucking weirdo. He's not even trying. Damn, that's interesting. Yeah, so if you are a gender and you stay that gender, but you display trappings of the opposite gender, and what I mean by that is I paint my nails. Beard paints his nails. Thanks. And that's part of my identity. If one day everyone dressed up like this, suddenly I would not be dressed like this. Part of my identity is wanting to not be part of that crowd. And that is an identity in and of itself. And there are lots of people like that, so we're not unique, but we are people who don't want to be part of the big group. It's too big for us. So yeah, androgynousness pisses people off. It pisses men off. Because they go, if I have to go through all this bullshit in order to be a strong man, and you're not playing that game, then fuck you, you little piece of shit. So men who are real tough guys really don't like me. The fact that I display confidence in myself without that masculinity is a threat to the things that violently made them have to be so masculine. And it sucks. All of this sucks. I learned about all of this in the last year and a half as I've begun studying feminism. It's a crazy thing. Yes, I'm still listening, fucking YouTube. No, I haven't. That kind of sounds fun. Mini Commander. So it's like 1v1 Commander or something? I really want them to come out with Commander. Commander for Arena. 4 players. This is going to be a long-ass game. Commander. I think it could be a lot of fun. And I don't see why they don't have it. I mean, I guess the interface, they'd have to rebuild the interface for it. Pyro, I've considered all of your questions so far serious. So if your other questions weren't serious, I didn't notice. My advice on heartbreak. Can pretty easily be summed up as get to tomorrow. There's a line from a book that I really, really liked, and it just, the main character kept repeating it. Get to the next screen. Right? Like, in video games, how there's screens. Like, you get to the next screen when you beat the boss and you move on to the next level, you get to the next screen. Like, when you're stuck in an emotion like that, the only goal you can have is get to the next spot. Get to the next moment in life. Just keep trying to go to the next place, to the next step, to the next thing you're doing. Keep everything you have focused on that. You have to busy your mind, and you have to know that this is happening to you, and that after an amount of time, it's not going to happen anymore. Now, this is not me saying ignore your problems and just keep running through time. You need to deal with them. But while you are emotional about it is not the time to deal with them. You need to get to the next screen. You need to get to the next spot where you're not emotional, where you're looking at it from a dry perspective, and then you can begin to analyze it and say, what parts of this were my fault? But until you get to where you, like right now, I can think about, for example, the girl I dated when I was 17. I loved her. We had a relationship, and then we broke up. What parts of that were my fault? What parts of that were her fault? Do I feel anything about this now? I feel some nostalgia. I still talk to her, and I still have some feelings for her, but I mean, it's the past. It's the past. Thank you, IR Baron. I appreciate it. I think you're pretty too. Why don't you come on by and show us what you got? Yeah. My only advice, because I deal with depression a lot, so that's my advice on dealing with depression. Make it to tomorrow. Just fucking focus on that every day. And eventually, you will have gotten through the worst. And when things are a little bit easier and the storm has gone past, then you look back and you dissect it and you say, how can I improve? What did I do wrong? What was their fault? What can I make sure doesn't happen anymore? Drinking to forget is not what I mean. Drinking to forget is not what I mean. I mean, force yourself manually to have a life. Pick a new hobby. Pick a new hobby and go join a club that does that fucking hobby. It's stupid. This sounds stupid. Because it is stupid. The process is fucking stupid. Go pick a new hobby and go out once a week and do the thing. Because that new hobby is going to move you through the week by week. You're like, I can get to Monday. I can make it to Friday. I can whatever. I'm not saying to quit drinking or drugs ever, but I have never had a problem with them. So I'm not the one to ask when it comes to that. I know people who've been addicts. I've never been addicted. That's the advice I give myself when I'm depressed. Make it to the next screen. Make it to the next moment in life. And if I can get that far, maybe I can make it to the next one after that. That's how I get through being suicidal. Hell yeah, I'm addicted to caffeine. But I have hypersomnia. I'm allowed to be. I sleep for fucking minimum 10 hours. Usually, sometimes like 14, 15 hours. A pirate with low views. Well, I'm glad you were searching for that, my friend. Yeah, love very much acts like a drug in that sense.
And in that sense, okay, if you want to look at it that way, you're producing dopamine when you think about the person, especially when you would have sex with them, right? Like you'd get a huge dopamine rush and you're looking at that person in the face. So your brain says, see that face? That's where you get dopamine from. Keep that face around. It makes us happy. So then you break up and then you're like, no, I lost my dealer. My drug dealer's gone. What the fuck do I do? What can I like, what do I do? What do I do? My drug dealer's gone. And you flip the fuck out. And your source of dopamine is gone. The best thing you can do is find a new source of dopamine. So, a new exciting thing, something that makes you feel adrenaline, or something competitive, or something where you can win is really, really, really good for your mental health in those moments. But I don't know. I don't know shit. It helps me. Look at how much energy and enthusiasm I have. And I am as high as you can get. So without it, I'm fucking crazy. That's what I'm trying to say. But yeah, weed's not going to make you happy. I like darker flavors. I like coffee, like tobacco-y flavors. There was a really good like walnut flavor that I dug for a while. This is a coffee flavor. Let us all thank weed. I don't eat fruit. I don't like fruit and I don't like berries. I know it's weird. So, that rules out a lot of them, doesn't it? Yeah, if I drink, man, do I want to smoke. You get used to it, beer and vape. They go together after a while. You know, you just eventually, it's what you like. Okay, that's a cool one. Well, it's not like I get in trouble for that, so I don't give a shit. We just all laugh at their dumb bullshit. I couldn't even see them in the user list. I went over to ban. Oh yeah, there's the one. There was someone yesterday who used like 6 accounts to come in here being like, Trump, 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 Trump. If someone says something bad in chat, no. I don't get in trouble. Audio is possible if I create an environment where that is, like, let's say I have voice chat with my friends and my friends use the word all the time, that's bannable. if I'm using some sort of radio over Discord and someone sneaks into the server and just yells the N-word and then I ban them, I'm not in trouble for that. Twitch looks at the content and goes, okay. You didn't do that. Okay, whatever. Because people have said some pretty crazy shit in big streamers' chats, and it doesn't matter. They just do it for attention. But not only that, if they say stuff in chat, the bot immediately deletes it. So like it'll show up here for a second and then disappear. So then at least it's not in the recording for more than like an instant. Yeah, we're not about that stuff here, though. We don't do the racist jokes. We don't do the sexist jokes. You could call us very PC. We've been calling it weaponized positivity. We're going to fight. We're gonna punch people in the face if they're not nice. Ooh, that would be fun too. I could very easily do Guy Fawkes. I just have to like part my hair in the middle, I guess. Wait. Okay. And then put the hat. Remember the 5th of November, the gunpowder treason and plot. And I see no reason the gunpowder treason should ever be forgot. Yeah? Yeah? Huh? The fact that I know that rhyme, I'm a weeb. I'm a real weeb. Like this, I look like some sort of weird butler. Like, yes, sir. Sir, may I help you? Actually, you know what? I look like some sort of weird sex butler. Yes, mistress. Yes, mistress. You need more virgins for their blood to fill your bathtub. Yes, mistress. I shall acquire them for you. Like, I don't know. I don't know why that looks like that, but then we go real low on the back, and now I'm like a old-timey saloony guy. Right? Sex butler. I think you have a nice bike. Hi. How you doing? How you doing? What's going on? What's going on? What? It's starting to get dark. I gotta turn on the light. I hate this light. I hate this light. I have a light, okay? But I can't take it off that. I have a light. It is ultra bright. I made this. It's a paper light box. I put it in front of the light, and it still gives me headaches, okay? This is what happens when the light is not in its light box. Are you ready? Okay, that's not as drastic because it's daytime. At nighttime, it's super drastic. Like, you see every pore. My face decide my destiny? Well, I'm getting older every day, and my destiny is still pretty shit. Alright, so now we put the light box. And we have some nice diffused light, even when the sun goes down. And let's turn on the mood lighting. All right. An outfit and a body, probably your face decide your destiny. What are you talking about? I don't even know what that means. And whom I spike? Talk to me, sweetheart. There you are. There you are. Hi. Oh! Oh shit, this is my chance. Fuck! Alright. We gotta get this fixed. Events and alerts. I have everything in folders because I'm smart. Alert box. Alert box is too low. So when people say things in chat, we don't, or when they donate, we don't see it because of how low the alert box is. But now we will see it. Now it will be seen. Good to know it only takes 100 bits to make the bitch talk. Say some stuff. You might think that. You might wonder, how did I get here? It's a long story. Let's go back a little bit. When I was a kid, I was really, really weird. None of the other kids liked me because everyone was trying to be normal. No one wants to be the weird one. So everyone tries really hard to try and just be normal and try and keep their weird thoughts in so no one thinks that they're a weirdo. I didn't have that instinct. I was just like crazy. I was a crazy little boy. And I got made fun of constantly. And if I ever wore a hat to school, the bullies would take it off and throw it on the top of the building. Then I learned judo. That helped a lot. Judo is definitely the fighting style to learn if you are small and everyone you fight is big. Because I was a tiny man. Little tiny stick arms. So then people would be dicks to me and then we would fight, but I would win. And then they would be less of a dick in the future. High school was pretty bad too. The first few years were really bad. The later years, I started fighting people again. And it worked. And people stopped making fun of me. And when that happened, I started to kind of collect groups of other outcasts. I'd track them down. I'd see these kids who sat alone on the side of the building, and I'd bring my ensemble of people, and I'd be like, "You, join us!" And literally, I would walk around the high school looking for weirdos and getting them to come hang out in this one part of the high school. So that was pretty funny. When senior year, I ran for prom king and came in second. The most popular kid, the most popular guy won. The point was for all the unpopular kids to vote for me, hoping that I would win, and then the popular girl would have to dance with me for the dance. Yeah, I do. It's hey.Mr.Bones on Instagram. It'll come up on here eventually. But it's hey.Mr.Bones. So after high school, I moved to New York. And in New York, I wasn't a weirdo. People thought I was cool. People liked me. And I would come back to visit, and I think I came back with that confidence of not feeling like a weirdo anymore. And I looked down on people a lot more when I came back. Like, awesome, cool. Like, I'd look at people and be like, you fucking normie. Like it was weird to me that people would try to be normal. But then I moved back from New York, and I calmed down a little bit, and I stopped being such a jerk to everybody. But at one point, I went to college, and the way I dressed became a lot more practical. I wasn't going out anywhere. So there's no point to get all gussied up. You know, just put a t-shirt and jeans on and get to class. And then one day I realized that made me unhappy. That wearing costumes and being a weirdo actually made me happy. So then I, like right now, are you a hot girl? Are you a hot girl? Are you a hot e-girl? God damn it. I don't want to look at your account right now. I'm busy doing stuff. Yeah, there's some hot e-girls. Actually, one came by one night and asked me to lick my armpit. It was kind of weird. I did it because, like, whatever. But ain't no shame in my game. If that's your kink. Yeah, there's a bunch of hot e-girls on Twitch. They're doing, okay, e-girls are girls that model. They're on Twitch. They wear very little clothing on Twitch, and every time someone subscribes, like they do squats, or like they'll make their boobs jiggle or something. Like they're using their sexuality in order to gain followers on the internet, and then they turn those followers on the internet into money via shops like Shop Mr.Bones. If you say that about them, okay, is that not to say that that's what my mom was? Just old media versus new media. Old media, you needed to be approved by magazines and stuff. New media, you just do your shit online, right? So an old media girl who used her sexuality for money would be in Playboy, Penthouse, Hustler, be a porn star that's on Vivid Entertainment, or, you know, something like that. But now, the new media version of that would what? Just kind of try and gain followers online, use whatever platforms are available in a sexual way. Nah, I don't hate nobody. I know, I allowed it once you did it. I went in and allowed it. Because it is a derogatory term. Because the second letter is hoe. So you're calling them a hoe. Which is calling them a whore. Because hoe is short for whore. But you have a vagina though? That doesn't mean you can't be sexist. I've met black people that don't like other black people. That think they're like lazy and eat chicken. Like literally, I've met black people who think this about other black people. It's the, what's it called? I'm one of the good ones syndrome. Yeah, but I'm not like other. I'm not like other. That's what it's called. I'm not like other boys. I'm not like other girls. I'm not like other blacks. I'm not like other whites. Like, so that's what it is. And it's when someone is basically self-hating, but they've elevated themselves out of the equation in order to do it. But yeah, so I personally don't have anything against the girls who use their sexuality to make money on the internet at all. And that's why I went on Chatterbait, and that's where I streamed, and I took my dick out and I waved it around, and I made a few $100s real quick. Because if those bitches can do it, I can do it. But then, I don't know, my crew on Chatterbait started, it seemed like they started appreciating my personality far more than my dick, right? Like they'd come on and they'd want to chat with me. So when I have 10 people all just wanting to chat with me, asking me questions, talking like just like we are, and then one person comes on and is like, hey, get naked, show us your dick. It's like, oh, well, but we're not having that context right now. Like, I guess if you want to see my butthole, let's go. Like, so it became that I was just doing this. And then I found out about the just chatting category on Twitch. And I was like, I'm there. If those thoughts can do it, I can do it too. So I like to look at their tactics. I go and I watch their streams and I go, what are you doing? What are you doing that I'm able to copy? Because one, there are girls who are really desperate and would totally follow just as much as these desperate men are. They just don't have as many targets to put it on because less men think that those girls exist. Two, there are men. There are men that love me. They love my little skinny, pale, long hairness, okay? So fuck it. Let's use my sexuality on Twitch. So I got my hentai back here. I got my shop that's full of extremely erotic materials. And this is where we live now, boys and girls and everything in between. Yeah, I think being in the sex industry world is what made me really, really considerate about gender too. Because there was a lot of trans people, there was a lot of stuff, intergender people on Chatterbait that were like, they make money because they are that. Like, there's a person on there. That's the joke, but at this point, attack helicopters is almost becoming a slur towards trans people. Because it's not like it's ever used in their benefit, right? It's only ever used to condescend the idea of wanting to be another human identity. So there's a person on there who has really big fake tits and a dick, is really skinny, shaves their whole body, has a masculine face but long hair, and wears kind of like this. Wears makeup, long hair, but regular masculine face, big old fake tits, big dick. Shoves things in his ass, jerks off. 300 people watching him anytime he does this, throwing money at him. Her, them. So when these people are bored and there's no one in their room, they'd come watch me and be like, hey, what's up? Hey, you're a bigger streamer than I am, so I'm going to respect your fucking identity. And I'm not going to say, all right, boys, because my stream was like filled with 18 female streamers, 2 trans people, and 4 guys. All right, guys, how you doing? That doesn't really make sense. So I would always say, try and say things like, all right, guys and girls and everybody in between, or all right, everybody, or all right, people, let's do this. Like, you're not into it, like, it does not sexually arouse you, which is fine. Or you're not into it, like, you don't think other people should be switching genders. Or you don't think people should be into, sexually aroused by, someone who is intergender. Which part are you not into, I guess is what I'm asking. Isn't that the hard part? Right? Is that, like, it becomes more important. It becomes more important to be nice to your friends. Like, if you sat down with one of these people for hours and hours and hours and talked with them. There was a person that I had an open D&D game, right? Anyone's allowed to come sign up for this Dungeons and Dragons game. You can come play. If you're a problem, I will inevitably ask you to no longer come. But anyone is invited to come play. And a person with Klinefelter syndrome joined. So, Klinefelter is when you are a man with an extra X chromosome, I think that's what it is. So you really are kind of intersex. You're kind of both. So this person identified with the female part of themselves and asked to be called a she, even though they look kind of like me, kind of androgynous, kind of like, well, you got facial hair though. And they're like, yeah, but I shave. I try and shave every day, and I like to wear makeup, and I have my long hair, and I don't really have tits, but yeah. So it's like, oh, okay. What gender is your character? And they're like, my character is female. Cool, done. All right. So when the ball is thrown to Sarashita's hands, she grasps it quickly because your character is female. I'm just going to talk about your fucking character. You chose to have a female character. I'm going to talk about that one. And then it was a very easy transposition from your character is a she swings her sword, she is hit by a bear, to when she was not there, talking about the player as a she. And it was important because then they became my friend. More than their gender mattered. Like, when you're around someone for 4 seconds, I guess their gender matters to you. But when you're around someone for months, all of a sudden, like, their favorite games, their favorite movies, their favorite music, that stuff is what matters. You're a friend of theirs. And that friend has a lot of interests and does a lot of things. And you don't want to make your friend feel hurt. So I just call my friends whatever gender they want me to call them. In fact, I call my friends whatever name they want me to call them, even if it's not their real name. Because I did that to everyone for 6-7 years of my life. I forced everyone to call me Gaius. I don't want to go by Garrett anymore. My name was Gaius. Fuck you. And I got mad when people refused. This is who I want to be. And you are refusing to accept me. Why? Why can I not change my name? And there were people who would be like, no. I knew you as this name, you'll always be this name. Well, fuck you then. What if I used to like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, and then one day I had a really disgusting one, so now I don't like them anymore? Are you going to be like, nope, I knew you when you liked peanut butter and jelly sandwiches, so you're not allowed to change that. You're not allowed. You can't just go from being, this is a matter of being. You are a person who likes peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. You can't just decide that you're now a person that doesn't like peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Yeah, like, it seems very strange to me. It seems very strange to me that we behave that way with the a couple of matters of identity that we see as very sacred. Your name, your gender. I don't know. I can't think of any others right now. Things that if you change, people are not necessarily going to respect it. Maybe sometimes if you're an addict, or if you're a criminal. I was a criminal. Religion, yeah. Some people say they lost their faith, but they're still a Catholic. They still believe deep down. There's no atheists in foxholes. Nah, dog. When the missile's coming down, I'm going to be sitting there crying, knowing that my soul goes to oblivion. I will still be an atheist in a foxhole. But yeah, there are people who believe full on that if you ever showed signs of one religion, you are that religion forever. There are people who believe full on that if you were a criminal or ever performed a crime, you are a criminal forever. You are a thief. You will steal from me. I know you broke into a house 20 years ago and stole everything and then served 5 years in prison for it. So I expect that you will steal from me. And it's kind of silly when you think about that, but like, huh. Hi, Fluffy Bunny Swagger. How you doing? How's my favorite Fluffy Bunny? What? Where do you get that? Sacrificing living things is also a legacy from our ancients. The world didn't end when we stopped doing that. Ready for more Twitch nonsense today? Is that it? Whoo! Because here we go. Wait. Oh. Gender is a legacy from our ancients. Again. Like, eating berries you find in the fucking bush and grabbing fish out of a river and just eating them raw are also fucking legacies from our ancestors. Fucking everything you can with no condom and not getting married is a legacy from our ancestors. I should just go club women and drag them back to my house, rape them, and leave them there. They'll fend for themselves. If they stay around, I'll protect them, because I can fuck them again later. It's what my ancestors did, and without that tradition, the world is coming to an end, I say. Everything I say seems so much sillier in this costume. When I'm being condescending in this costume, it like really is a character. And I'm liking it. Having 2 kids and getting married before you have sex is also a tradition. Those who don't do it are headed towards sin. I say my ancestors believed a marriage was between one man and one woman. Dear. Why do people think pirate? There's nothing pirate about what's happening here. Do you have any land or goats, Fluffy? I mean, Fluffs, if you've got some land and goats, I'm single. It was funny how it was like, wait, don't I have to give you landing goats? I thought that was the point of having a beautiful daughter. That the man had to give the dowry. So you would marry your daughter off for land. I have land and I want a beautiful wife so that I can leave a good legacy. And I'm kind enough to take you off your father's hand. So he pays me 500 rubles.
Disappearing smoke jutsu! Where was I?
The other people didn't get to see my magic trick. They don't know. They don't know how magical I can be. Right? Check it out. Check it out. Alright, alright. Alright. Nothing up the sleeves. Nothing up the sleeves. Nothing in the hands, right? Nothing up the sleeves. Nothing in the hands. Nothing in the hat. Nothing up the sleeves. Nothing in the hands, right? 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 You got this? Woo! Here's a quarter. Take that home. Go play a video game or something. And now, Michael Jackson. Ahoo! The mouse. Here's the problem, right? If I start involving the mouse in this magic trick, the mice are going to poop in my hat. The mice are going to poop in my hat if I take them out and I put them in my hat. There is enough room in here. There is just enough room in here to fit 9 mice. I could probably fit 9 mice in this hat wearing it like this. If it had a false bottom. I'm going high with this. Okay, 5 to 9 mice. 5 to 9 mice, yeah. Like, because it only comes to like there, right? So I've got this whole top compartment. Mathematician. Mathematician. Hey. So my boy Vinny, he tells me you've been taking out a lot of loans from the family, huh? Says you've been going on a little gambling streak, eh? Yeah. The boss, he ain't too happy about it. Boss is pretty upset. I mean, he says you've been owing him money for a long time, and every time you get a little bit in your pocket, instead of giving it to the big man, you go down to the tricks. You can't respect that kind of behavior no more. Sorry, Vinny. I loved you. But you gotta go. Don't worry. I'll tell Cassandra that you loved her. I'll tell her you died an honorable man. God damn it, Vinny. God damn it. You was like a brother, Vinny. Why'd they have to make me be the one? Why'd I have to be the one, Kitty? Why'd I have to be the one to do it, Kitty? Really was like my brother, damn it! God damn you, Capone! God damn you, Capone! You made me kill my best friend, Capone! I do this for you. You better make me made man. I better be a made man. God damn these mafioso. They got me in when I was a little boy. They had my pop by the neck. By the time I was 14, they had me running across Brooklyn, back and forth with big bags of powder in my backpack. Now this, I tell you, it's enough to make my grandmama weep if she only knew. Thank you. That was my one-man play called Why'd You Make Me Do It, Kitty? Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord. I need a bigger audience. Woo! It's time to smoke some weed. This is what you subscribe for when you subscribe to the Mr. Bones channel. I don't know why this is so fucking funny to me. Oh, fuck. Oh, Jesus, fuck. There's my fucking hair tie. Whew. Did you know if you have an Amazon Prime subscription, you get one free subscription point per month to spend on your favorite streamers? Every time you subscribe, okay, I get $2.50. You pay $5, I get $2.50. If you pay $1.40, you get 100 bits, right? So technically, Twitch is taking a third of the bits money, 50% of the sub money. Advertisement is nothing. Everyone has ad block. I've made like 40 cents in ads, right? So, donations and merch. This is the strategy. This is yes, indeed. Whoa, whoa. Whoa. Grandma's gonna get home eventually. I'm disabled. I can't work, so I live with Grandma. We've got 5 dogs. They like to bark. I'll go shut my door. Give me 1 second. And then it won't be as crazy. You know, that really didn't seem like it helped much. It just kind of seems like the dogs are just as loud as they were. Why am I disabled? I think I'm going to record a video. I know, but it's getting real close now. I only have 3 days to get 4 more subs. I didn't get any yesterday or the day before. It's been real rough. It's been real rough. Once we get to 25 subs, we get access to another emote. Isn't that exciting? Yay! So what was I saying? Donations are awesome. Buy the merch, because it's really cool. And my profit margin on the merch is not much better than my profit margins here on Twitch if you sub or whatever. But you're wearing my shit. And then people be like, where'd you get those cool ass shoes? And you'd be like, shop Mr.Bones. And people be like, dang, that's cool. Where'd you get that cool ass shirt? You'd be like, shop Mr.Bones. So that's the goal. That's why we have the Dorito. If you can think of a better design than the Dorito, good for you. I have my attention split between 30 different things, so you can fuck off. Oh. If USPS provides delivery to Kosovo, then I don't see why not. I've never tried to deliver a letter there. I've delivered things to Amsterdam. I've delivered things to Holland. I've delivered things to France. I've delivered things to Brazil. I mean, so I know I can do, out of country shipping. So, why am I disabled? I'm going to mute myself while I cough. Okay, so this is my illness. As you can see, the image on the left is a normal skeleton. The image on the right is a cool skeleton who's getting down with a funky beat. And that's that's my skeleton. It's dancing to Earth, Wind, and Fire. I'm having a good day. I'm having a good day. We've been having fun. Let's get that hat back involved. Howdy, madam. How you doing today? Well, you see, I was just stopping through. I intend to ride on down through to Kentucky. Got me a cattle ranch down there. My pops does. And he done just turn over. Seems I inherited such. And I shall be down there becoming a cattleman myself within this winter. No, this isn't my Florida vacation outfit. This is my future cowboy, my future saloon keeper. Oh, howdy, madam. This here'd be a southern accent, but it'd be particular. Now, this ain't what would this be? This would be closer to what we'd speak in like Wyoming. A man from Wyoming would, in the Wild West, would have such an accent. Now, when we think of southern accents, we do not think of them as such. Closest thing that this became was the sleazy dialect of those in Louisiana. Louisiana continued the southern tradition of talking, but with a little more twang to their voice. A little more bang, like that. Now, Southerners, they don't talk like this. Me and my brother, we all work on that Chevy down there. We gonna keep on working on it until we get a running engine turn, but daggone, it won't roll. So we gotta put a little more work into it, and then we gonna get it running, and then I'll have my Chevy again. So that's like more of a Southern accent now. And then there's Oklahoma, which is where my family was from. So, get on down here. We gonna be doing the washing. Now, you hear? Daggone dogs, they gonna keep on barking. I'm gonna hit them with a switch. I don't know. This a little more Oklahoma. America is fucking huge, because America itself is probably bigger than the entire EU. So, and this is why it's so fucking funny when Americans are like, we don't want immigrants. Their culture is going to mess up our culture. Which culture? Which American culture? Is it going to mess up the hip-hop culture? Like, is it going to mess up farming? Which culture are they going to fuck up? There's literally a lot of white Americans who think that basically browns are coming over and fucking up Western culture, and it's disgusting that they think this, because like I said, and like you pointed out, America has 50 million accents because we have 50 million cultures. And I happen to really like accents. Yeah, because it's huge. So, my immediate answer to that question is that I do not have a culture. Yeah, I do not have an accent. This is traditional American that you're hearing me talk right now. This is American English. So our like CNN, it broadcasts to all the states. All the CNN broadcasters are going to have this accent. They're going to speak exactly like I am. In Arizona, New Mexico, Nevada, Colorado, a lot of the states kind of in the middle-ish don't have accents. Here's the problem about knowing who your ancestors are. My grandmother lied to my mom about who my grandfather was for 45 years. So all ancestral research we did before that point, based on who my grandfather was supposed to be, was incorrect. And then my grandmother found out that her mother lied to her about her father as well. So I ask you, how do you know who your ancestors are? How do you know? You can't. Only from this point in history forward will we have real ancestral tracing. Where you can... Now, I did do a DNA test, and it looks like my DNA is... I am 1/8 Spanish. Hence the... well, that was French, but Spanish. 1/8. The rest of me, European, which is like England, Ireland, Germany. Draw lines between those and just circle the whole area, and that's European. It was like a mishmash of all that. So that and 1/8 straight up España. So A lot of good that did me. I don't know who my ancestors were. Just because I know my genetics doesn't mean that the stories I were told about our ancestors are true. Yeah, pretty much. They can narrow it too by the country and by the region based on the vegetary diets. The different types of vegetation diets were prevalent in different regions and left traces in the DNA of the people who lived in those regions. And that's how, when they trace back 15 generations of genetics, they say this must have been in the 1500s in the region of Spain, because the gene has these impressions on it from having that diet, and that diet was only available here. So it's actually pretty crazy the way they do that. And if you get a paternal DNA test, if you go and say, you're not my father, and you get a DNA test, and the person is your father, right? But you're like, I don't believe you. Let's get a DNA test. They will tell you there is a 99.99% chance that this person is not your father. A fucking scientist will tell this to you. Yes, your DNA will match whatever the pirate was eating, you know. My people were searching for the Fountain of Youth, dude. We weren't pirates. We were busy taking Aztec gold, convincing them that we were gods, and looking for the Fountain of Youth. And, you know, paying for the voyage to America that Columbus took, but whatever. Let's not pay attention to that. I'm pretending to have like national pride, or ethnic pride, and it's a lot of fun, right? But I don't. So when someone says, what ethnicity are you? I'm American. What culture are you? I'm American. To be an American is to be located in America and a mixed bag of genetics. That's my opinion on what an American is. You are located in America. No, I'm not big on the troll in chief. I don't like trolling. So I don't think he's fucking funny. I don't think his making fun of people is funny. I don't think that his, you know, tongue-in-cheek threats towards countries that he then is like, I didn't mean it, I was just fucking around. Like, no. You are the president. Can you not behave yourself better than me? I want someone who's better than me in office. Otherwise, I need to run for president. And the problem is I won't win because no one will fund me. And then they'll find my dick pics on the internet. But becoming president in America is no longer about being the best person for the job. It's about money. And this presidency proved it. It is only about money. But I try not to be too political because I used to be very, very politically aware. I am now so politically unaware compared to when I was that I don't feel I have a right to have a real opinion on politics. Yeah. So I've tweeted at my governor a few times because he's a dumb piece of shit. No, it's all good. America's a crazy country, man. A crazy country. We're divided on so many things. Even the like 50-50 split we have of politics of like, do you like the president or do you not? Like, does not cover things like there are people who like our president but don't support the wall. There are people who like our president but support abortion. There are people who, and there's so many little lines, and on the left it's even worse. Like, we divide ourselves a lot by racial and gender politics because we're very set on trying to figure them out. And so it distracts us a lot from winning elections, which is what Republicans are focused on. Republicans aren't focused on having good policy. Like, they're not focused on like, hey, I'm going to have really good ideas and people will vote for me because my ideas are good. Then I get into office and I try and put those ideas into place. They're saying, how do I win? How do I win the election? I do not give a shit what ideas I have to say I support. How do I win the election and make my opponent look like an idiot? So they're playing a different game. And I get it. I get the game they're playing. Win. Then be in power. And then do the policy things you want to do. Don't try and win based on your policy. Just win. Then have your policy. And that's why Trump's in office. Because that's the game they played. We didn't understand. The Democrats, I keep saying we, but I didn't vote. Democrats didn't understand the game they were playing, and Democrats divided themselves with the Hillary-Bernie thing. Shot themselves in the foot without Bernie. I'm not a patriot. I don't like my country either. I think we're pretty evil. Like when I say we, I mean like my government and my military. The CIA and the military, I believe, are evil forces in the world. Okay, cool. No, I'll probably not like your country either. For worse reasons. It doesn't mean that I want to go somewhere that's even worse. It just means that I don't like the things here. Like, I would love to live in Japan. Weed is so super illegal there. Okay, scammer. Have fun. Weed is super, super illegal in Japan. So I'm not going to fucking move to Japan. That sucks. Yeah, I want to like be a white dude in Japan and be taller than everybody and watch hentai with everybody. But no. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. I have a Japanese viewer I talk to regularly. Yeah, not legal. It is not legal. It is highly illegal. Which means that it actually, I've found this out too, comes out to about $50 a gram. I don't know what that, you'd have to translate that to your currency. Well, maybe so. I don't know if being next to anywhere is dangerous when I think we still have MAD, mutually assured destruction, where if either side fires a nuke, both sides fire all their nukes. Okay, yeah. So like 42 euros per gram of weed. And you have to like find it. I mean, it's closer than it is to America, I guess. It's not, you have to like go across China. You have to, there's some space. But it's closer. It's closer to it than, yeah, Russia's huge. Russia's huge, and it spans a lot of the north. And because of the way a sphere works, like if it spans a lot of the top, you're very close to it no matter where you are. If you're in the northern hemisphere, like moving left and right along the hemisphere doesn't get you any further away from the northest parts of Russia, because you're pretty much measuring in a straight up line instead of an angular one. So yeah, it's close to Russia. If a bunch of nukes went off, that would suck for Japan, I guess. But Japan has its own problems already with Fukushima. And the amount of radiation leaking into their ocean every day from Fukushima. From what I understand, at least, it's pretty bad. They have giant containers of radiated water and they leak. They just leak. That's what I've read. So, and that's what I've seen. So that's what I believe for now. That Japan is kind of fucked. And the documentary I saw, I think it was a Vice documentary, was saying that like Japanese culture has a lot to do with it. Like they can't admit that something is wrong. They just have to keep going on as if nothing is happening. They can't like turn the entire nation towards their own crisis. Like it would be un-Japanese to acknowledge that. So they just gotta go and do their job. And it's bad. Because that's exactly what happened. If you watch that documentary about, it's not even a documentary, it's a movie about Chernobyl. But I kind of knew this already. Like, they knew something was going to happen to Chernobyl. They knew how bad it was going to be. And everyone said nothing. They just didn't do anything. They just let it happen. Because they were just like, nope. It's not bad. That's fine. Let's go. It's just good. It's just cool. It's cool. Just keep working. It's cool. Just keep working. I don't want to create problems at the top. Just keep working. I love what they're putting out. Keep making the animes. Japan. Yay. I mean, America's slowly figuring out how to make anime. So, since America is pretty much the primary cultural output for everything, maybe we'll make anime better than Japan one day. Who knows? It's possible. And then we won't need Japan. Especially when Japan melts because of radiation. We're going to have to figure out how to make anime. And we're getting there. Except we export all the frame-by-frame animations to places in like Taiwan. So if Taiwan goes, then anime is going to take a lot longer to make. Because we just do the main cells and they send them in. I don't know that much about vapes, to be honest with you. I should know more. You know what's funny is back when vapes were, and you might not know what these are, the 501 model. It was the little tiny, was supposed to look like a cigarette. Hello, thank you very much. So they were these little ones. And this was way back. Like, think of the first vape you maybe ever saw. Blue brand vapes. I don't know if you've ever seen those, but they still look like 501s. Me and my buddy imported a shit ton of 501s before vaping was even like anything, and sold them online. And then he nuked the company, and so then it ended. But if it would have continued, we would have made a lot of money, probably, because we were in the vape game fucking early, and we would have stayed on top of new products and built our website up and shit like that. And I'd probably, be in the vaping industry at some level at this point. But shit didn't go that way. Hey! Don't go into business with your friends. You're not going to like it. Oh fuck, Beard. We need to do our podcast. I don't want to. It'll hurt my lungs. I have to take small hits because I talk for hours. You realize I've been talking for 2 hours straight? The other day I did 15 hours of this. I sat and talked to chat for 15 hours. While I was doing it, it didn't seem like much. As I reflect on it, it seems like more and more of an accomplishment, where I'm just like, wait, I only spent maybe 1 hour of my day doing anything else, and otherwise I just sat here talking. Like, basically I took time to shit and eat a sandwich, and like that was it. But it's been worth it. I've gotten a lot of followers, I've gotten a lot of subs, I've gotten a lot of people interested in the merch, and I've met a lot of really cool people. The Discord group is growing, and that seems to be really neat. Yeah, now they pop up here, but that's okay. I liked that they were down there, but being down there meant that when you did messages along with your donations, the messages were down here. Yeah! Followers, I mean, like, okay, so I used to stream Magic back in the day, Magic the Gathering online. And I'd stream a lot with no camera on because I don't know, I was insecure, I didn't want to turn it on. I got a lot of followers because I just play music, and yeah, I can play some Magic. In a little bit. We'll get there. Once Beard wants to. Once Beard is back and wants to play Magic with me. So I'd play a lot of that, and I got a lot of followers. And then I quit streaming for like 3 years. 2 years? 3 years? I don't know. Something like that. Once in Future Beard. He's in the chat sometimes. He's a moderator. He's a real life friend of mine. So followers don't mean a lot because they like, if they don't come to your channel, then it doesn't matter. But if we talk and we're friends and we become buddies like we have, Pyro, you and I, we're buddies. In fact, I keep small notes sometimes on people. What'd you say you were from? Fucking Kosovo? Where did you say you were from? Yeah, Kosovo. See, I've met so many people in the last few days. I have to keep very small notes. Oh, no, not you. You're from Holland. Aganon is from Kosovo. Right? You're from Holland, right, Pyro? See? So I make little notes, and I say, Holland. And now, next time you join the chat, I'll probably remember your name, but I'll be like, what did we talk about? What was it? And then I look and I go, oh, that's right, they're from Holland. We talked about, vaping. It's interesting too. I have a button that shows me all of the messages you've ever said in chat. So when someone jumps in and says hello, if I don't recognize their name, I click on it and it shows, like, it'll show one message, meaning that's the first message they've ever sent. Or it'll be like 16 messages. So I click on it and I've looked and it'll be like, 3-4 days ago they came in, they said hello, we exchanged a couple pleasantries, and then they left. But then I'm like, okay, yeah, I remember that. I remember you coming in. So it's pretty fun. Now your English has been fine. The worst is when people join the Discord and they don't use their fucking Twitch name as their username on Discord. And then they send me messages. Hey, what's going on? I'm like, who the fuck are you? Who the fuck are you even? I don't even know. And then they'll be like, oh, I'm so-and-so. And then I'll be like, fuck. Which person was that? Now I'm confused. Now I'm really confused. So I've had to keep a lot of little informations handy and make a lot of little notes, but I like meeting new people. I loved this one. It was this stupid side episode of Naruto with this girl who wants to make 100 friends. Okay, that's like her goal. I want to make 100 friends. That's my goal. I want to make 100 friends. No. Oh, don't I want to? Maybe. If they want to be seen, then I want to see them. Only the hotties. No, it's fun to see the guys. Be like, oh yeah, that's the kind of dude I'm talking to. Cool. Then I can picture them in my head when we're talking. But and people post pictures of themselves in the Discord sometimes. It's fun. Yeah, really, I just want to see the hotties. I'm single, I'm single. I'm looking. I need a rich girl. I need a real rich girl. If I can find a rich streamer girl, and then she can help by bringing some of her community onto mine, and then we get even more money because both of us are making money on Twitch, and we make extra money because all our fans go to each other's things too. That would be super sweet. But she's got to be able to take care of me because I can't work right now and I don't make any money on the internet. I'm going to get a check from Twitch for $60. Baller. I can buy a gram of weed in Japan with that. I'm not telling you my surname. That's like my true name. That's my private identity. Most people I know in real life don't even know my last name. All right, I gotta take a small break. I want to get a drink. I want to go to the bathroom. I'll be right back. Want some music? Here's some music.
Hey guys, I need another minute. Stuff's going on. Give me a sec. I have returned. Okay. I need to like... Damn it. What? What?
It's supposed to be a big storm tonight,
Oh, shit. Okay.
and it is cold.
You okay? I've never had a car get dented by him. Get dented by him. I've never had it happen to me. Dude, if it gets big and crazy, we can. Oh, no wonder I feel like shit. That was Grandma. Grandma's 72. She's allowed to be sick. She got something caught in her throat. She was talking and she was chewing on something, and then she was like, oh. And so I closed the door on her. She walked down the hallway to cough away from the microphone. Like, that's our priority around here. It's like, hey, you might be choking, but I'm streaming, okay? So keep it down. Keep your choking down. Can you please keep the noise of your death to a minimum? I'm trying to do a stream here. I'm trying to get some fucking subscriptions up in this bitch. That's life when you're poor. Holy shit, there's a lot. Shit, man. Area 51 is in Nevada. Yeah, you guys have what's called depression. That was me catching up. Let's show off. Let's show off for the ladies. Let's show a little chest, shall we? Ooh. Ooh, deep chest. Right? I think that means we have to take the bolo tie off, sadly. But now, ladies, come to me. Three viewers, come on. We can get more. Come on, ladies. Ladies! Ladies. Ladies. Come to me. No, depression's not going to be healed in our lifetime. Depression will never be stopped. I mean, I think that's a condition of a conscious mind that it can go through, right? But like, we may find a lot of causes of depression that we didn't know about before. You know, like you also got to understand that up until 3 generations ago, you could not have really actually learned about psychology in school. And then the first generation didn't give a shit. The second generation was kind of interested, but didn't really believe most of it. And the third generation was like, whoa, our whole lives have been wrong. So now the next generation is us. And we're like, oh, we know a lot about, you know, psychology and what depression is, and we're fucking depressed. It's moving forward each generation. We know what psychology is. We won't fucking torture our children as much. Like, tell them, well, just be a man, boy, just suck it up. Like, you won't do that shit to your kid. So you'll have less depressed people moving forward. Now, I think advertising has outstripped and outpaced the capacity for the human mind to resist. So, like, yeah, I know. No kid needs that. No kid needs that. Yeah. What is this unicorn you're about to invent? Tell me all about the unicorn child. That needs to be told to be a man. Yeah, being an example is always going to be the best way. Leading them, showing them how to be strong. You know, my mom always ripped on me for not being manly, and then also discouraged everything masculine that I ever did. Like, she made fun of the fact that I had chest hair, but at the same time would be like, you need to be more manly. There's probably a deeper reason the boy is doing that than that he needs to be told to man up. Dude, your ideas anymore just sicken me. I can't deal with you. Sorry, dude. I'm not an educator. Yeah, that happens. People will come back. I go from 3 to 20 to 0 to 17 to... Pyro needed a smoke break. So I think Pyro's off smoking. Now I look like a pirate. Now I look like a swarthy Buccaneer. Un garde. Because Coca-Cola used to make their Coke in glass bottles in the USA. And that is the iconic image. That is the branded image that they kept even after they when they stopped making the glass bottles in the USA. They changed the branding and no one liked it. So now they either use the glass bottle or they use a can in all their commercials. Even though the glass bottle doesn't exist in America anymore. But you could still buy the glass bottles all over the place in America. Well, at least here in Arizona you can, because we're so close to Mexico. And all the stores get it. So I can go buy bottles of Mexican Coke right fucking now. Why? What's the goal? I mean, there's not as much opportunity in America as you might think, but depends on what you're trying to get into. Best life is a very abstract thing. Is living in a cabin in the woods the best life? Is living in the city the best life? Is working hard and making a lot of money the best life? Is working very little and making just enough to be able to get by and be happy the best life? What is your profession? Oh, isn't that the answer? Yikes. Good. I don't know if that's good. Data's usually slower, but you know, whatever. Hates his governors and politics. They don't do anything but are very loyal to immigrants. Reasonable. Oh, God, that fucking argument, dude. Why is this argument so contagious and it's spreading everywhere and it's so stupid? I love you guys. I love you guys, but you have a mind virus. You have a virus that's living in your brain that is convincing you of this immigrant issue being something that it's not. And it's so hard to cure people of that virus. I don't know how to do it. See? Again. All day. I think I have less wrinkles than Jack Sparrow. Don't I? Come on now. I look a little fresher. Maybe I could be Jack Sparrow in a prequel? Like where they show how he became Jack Sparrow? You sabi? It's just a dress shirt. It's just a regular dress shirt. I had a bolo tie with it. It was fun. You missed out on dress up time. Now I'm trying to draw in the female viewers. And the gay ones. Sure, what up? I don't care. Come sub. Sub to my channel. I'm going to allow that. I will allow it. He reckons an immigrant just spent your life for immigrations. That only his children can live a life he wanted. I don't know what that means. A bolo is a type of tie, right? You put it on.
Like that. Alright, Pyro. Subscribe to my channel. Buy things from Shop Mr.Bones. Have a wonderful evening. I love you. Same to you, Agnon. Subscribe to the fucking channel. Buy things from the shop. I love you. Mwah. Oh, fuck. They are. So now it's just us. It's just me and you. And I'm gonna put my hair like this. I'm gonna wear it like that. What do you think? I call it the unicorn horn. You take all your hair, it's like a ponytail, but it's like on the front. And you put it to the side. This is the new hairdo. This is the new style. Where's my hairband? Where's my hairband? I can't find it. That's a shame. It's just like your opinion, man. I don't know. What makes anything a good style, you know? Am I a good style? I'm a style. At least I'm that much. If I'm not a good one, at least I am one of some sort. That's not any better. I don't need to actually have it that close. We learned this recently. God damn it. Why is this stuck? There we go. So I can just like... I can just put it here. And it'll be fine. And then I just turn this little guy and look, we're all happy. We're good. That's what I try and go off of, man. Off of is not being ugly, which is good enough. And if you can get the other things on lock, you gotta have personality, you gotta have a sense of humor, you gotta be smart. What else is important? You gotta be nice. Trying to think of all the like things you can actually do anything about that are important. You gotta try and be. You gotta try and be some of them, you know. Most of the time that I'm mean, I don't like want to be mean. I'm not trying to, but it still happens. Fat Dave Navarro aesthetics. Oh my God, Chance. You do look a lot like Dave Navarro. A thick Dave Navarro. No chance. You're beautiful. You're beautiful just the way you are. Are you ugly, Micah? That sucks. Because being ugly is like a state of mind, right? You know, like, I know huge, very overweight people who are not good looking by any normal metric, who are like, I'm beautiful no matter what. I don't give a fuck. So I know there's some ability to, and there's beautiful people who think that they're ugly, right? They like, something is instilled in us when we're young and makes us perceive ourselves as one or the other. And you're just stuck on that. You're just stuck on stupid the rest of your life. I was mocked constantly and told that I was not attractive. So when I was like, when I entered my early 20s and was seen as conventionally attractive all of a sudden, it hit me like a fucking tidal wave. That's a good way to put it. I think I'm my type. I think if I was gay, I'd like me. I think I'd be like, damn, dude, what's up? If I saw you, I'd understand. Well, if you can't change how you look, all you can do is change how you think. And it's not going to do you any good thinking you're ugly. That's not going to help you in life in any way. There's no thing I've ever seen someone do where I was like, man, if they realized they were ugly, they wouldn't be wasting their time doing this. Maybe some girls I know that were trying to be models that were, I'm gonna use the awful thing here, like the 1 to 10 scale, right? We're talking 4 to 6s that want to be professional models. And you're like, you're not, you're just not, you kind of need to be like a 9 or a 10. And then also have plastic surgery to be at the top of the modeling food chain. So like, I guess there's some cases in which I've seen people like, where it's like, man, if they just knew they were not as good looking as they think they are, things would be easier for them. But for most people who are not trying to enter a looks-based industry, perceiving themselves as unattractive is never helpful. It's not helpful in finding a mate. It's not helpful to personal mental health, which is not helpful to physical health in the long run. It's all sorts of things, you know? I want to get plastic surgery. I want to get a dick reduction because it's too big. Hey ladies, come join us. Come join my Twitch channel. Let's see my unicorn haircut. Oops. The magic trick continues. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, magic. Come on, magic, work. Come on, magic, work. Come on, magic. Oh, you weren't seeing my magic tricks? That's disappointing. I was showing you magic. So you've got this quarter, and that's it. That's all I've got. It's just this quarter. Now I don't have it. But now I do. But now I have two. Oops, I dropped one. But I don't have the other anymore either. And now I do. I picked this one up because I dropped it. So now I have it. But actually I don't. Actually, it's over here. Or there's two quarters. It's just hard to show you that there's two quarters in my hand. And then I drop one again because I'm stupid. Because my hands don't work. If my nervous system was correct, I could be a good magician. That's all I'm saying. That's what I'm rocking. Look. How many times am I going to have to do this? Alright, look. Empty hands, empty hands, empty hands, empty hands. Quarter. Quarter. Because the quarter, oops, I dropped it. But it's over here now. You see? I keep dropping it because my hands are stupid. But I did make it disappear again. But then I made it appear in this hand. And then I made another one happen. So now I have two quarters. Now I have no quarters again. Except for this one. Oh. And the other. I want to be a magician. I want to do it. Hey. Can you do it? Pick up some quarters and get to work. It takes practice. I gotta train, you know? And when people are like, I saw when you did the thing with the quarter, I saw where it was, that helps me. That helps me make the trick better. This one's a penny. This isn't a pen. This one's just a penny. But I think you only have bills. I don't really know any tricks with bills. I'm trying to do the thing where I roll it up. There we go. There we go. Clip. Now back. I can't make it go back. Fuck. I need to get a $50. I need to get a couple $50 to practice with. Because my hands can't deal with quarters anymore. I wish I could. I really wish I could make your sadness disappear. Only stupid quarters. Only quarters and love. I can make love disappear pretty quick. If you find me some love, I'll make it disappear. I am also mind-bogglingly sad. I sit here every night and I'm just fucking sad. I'm just sad. And like I get on Twitch because then I'm like, at least then I won't be alone, and I talk to people. And then I get exhausted because I'm talking to people for too fucking long. But I want to keep talking to people because I don't want to be alone, because when I'm alone I'm sad. So here I go, talking to people. Arr. You're not sad? But you just said. Oh, I see. Yeah, that's important. That's pretty important. I'm not good at it, though. I'm really not good at not showing emotions. I'm good at not feeling some emotions at all, but I'm bad at not showing the ones that I do feel. It's very hard to make me angry. I don't really get angry. Like, Hoist didn't make me angry. That's not why I just banned him. I banned him because I legitimately think that his viewpoints are disgusting. And I don't feel like constantly arguing with someone who is that ignorant. So I banned him. It's not like, oh, I'm so mad at this guy. But, like, love, attraction, affection, I'm really quick to show those, and I just dump them on people. I really overwhelm women in the beginning. If a woman isn't, like, really into me, I can fuck things up real quick. By sending too many text messages, by letting them know too quick how interested I am, stuff like that. And that's probably fucked up more relationships that I could have had than anything else. But I'm pretty good at having one-night stands. When that happens, I'm just like, okay, cool, we banged, whatever, peace. But like, if I like them, then I'm fucked. Then I'm fucked. I go full fanboy for a while. Never had a one-night stand? Start looking for him. I was like, I've never found a pearl, but I've also never been diving for clams. See. Oh, I see. So you've really never been diving for clams. My mom showed me a lot of love. She also was very cruel to me. But she didn't realize she was being cruel. And she loved me a lot. So I possess love to show people. I understand how to show it. I'm quick to. Yeah, you just don't have. Do you masturbate? I mean, and also, are you interested in girls? That'd be the other question. Some people don't know they're gay. And then one day they're like, oh. I went through a phase where I was like, am I gay?
Am I gay? Like, it would explain a lot if I was gay. I'm not. Tried it once, it was not very fun. Like being with a girl, or like being in a relationship, or being with a man. I don't know what you tried. It. You said it, and there were so many things that I said. Okay. I mean, even that is something. You're saying you don't really like think about sex or anything, but you enjoy females. But you don't masturbate. Some people are like that. Honestly. Some people just don't need it, don't want it, don't care about it. One of my best friends in high school was like that. He got into relationships as partnerships with women that he respected, and then he would inevitably have sex with them sometimes. But in the grand scheme of things, he just wasn't interested in sex. He wasn't really actually interested in a relationship on an emotional level. So, whatever. He's married now. He still feels that way. It's okay. It's okay. You don't have to feel feelings towards anyone. And if you feel lonely, that's going to mean you just need more friends then. But I don't know if you feel that or not. Because you can't feel love. Trust me, you can have a desire to masturbate without wanting to feel love. They're two different things. You may have neither. I don't know, man. I don't know. Looking for a complicated answer to a complicated question. I like this song. I don't think we're going to get any new viewers. It might be time to take a break. It's down to just me and you. It can be exhausting just having to sit and stare at a camera for hours. That means I'll really be alone, so I probably should just end the stream. Yeah, I'm going to take a break, because if I do, then that means that I'll be able to come on again later with some more steam, probably at like 9 or 10. Adios, amigo.